Hi, Frankie. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You look gorgeous today.
Oh, thank you.
Medina, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you so much.
Well, you also look amazing. So I'm very happy
you.
to
Thank
have
you
this
so much.
seminar with two amazing ladies. Also, we are going to talk about why you choose UK as the destination to study. I have prepared my questions for you. Medina, so you're representing Canterbury Christchurch University, and why do you think that the students should choose UK as their destination?
So first of all, the education itself. So this is international recognized. Our diploma is international recognized, and also we have a lot of programs available in the UK at all. And also, university that I represent had more than 250 programs. So the varieties of programs, international recognitions, and the also. So students are allowed to have a part-time work and post-study visas. So a lot of opportunities in the UK.
Well, yeah, sure, definitely. Well, Frankie, so for you, what is the advantage of studying in the United Kingdom?
I think another advantage actually is to do with English language. Of course, UK is the home of English. And studying in the UK, this gives you a chance to practice your English every day. A lot of universities, Reading included, will have academic English programs that run alongside your studies. So as well as having your normal academic classes, you're also having classes on conversational English. You're having classes on academic English and how to reference and how to essay write. And of course, you're living in the UK. So you got a chance to practice your English all the time and talk with have other students who'll be from the UK. I studied overseas. I studied in Germany, actually.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So my German went from a B2 to a C1 in 1 year.
Actually, well, since you have studied abroad as well, so I want to hear about your experience as an abroad studying student. So, because you haven't studied in your hometown as well, so you were studying abroad. So, how was your experience?
So it was really scary to start with. So my mum flew with me initially and kind of left me in Germany, as it were. And I was really scared to start with, but the university supported me a lot. And I think that's really important. And I know kind of Reading and Canterbury Christchurch as well will support students when they're coming. You'll have kind of a dedicated personal tutor. You'll have an orientation week where you can kind of get to know the library and how different systems work, and they'll help you to go and register your biometric residence permit. All those things are really important because, of course, when you get to a new country, you don't understand how the system works. You don't know how to register for the doctors. You don't know where to buy all different things. And yeah, I think that can make a really big difference. So yeah, it is a little scary settling in. But once you've been there for a few weeks, you'll feel like you've been there forever. I promise.
Well, yeah, actually, and after a couple of months, after making new friends, and after you settle in your new apartment or in the dormitory, so you feel like actually that country where you're studying is the home. So you, of course, you miss your family, you miss your hometown, but actually after making friends and everything, so you feel like you belong there. And of course,
Exactly.
the English is definitely for Turkish students. Actually, I'm seeing this problem all the time. They are graduating from the universities, but unfortunately, they cannot speak proper English. And actually, to be able to find a job, in a good position, they need to be able to speak English fluently. So actually, after studying in the UK, probably they'll be speaking as English is their mother tongue. So actually, it's perfect. Frankie, accept academic excellence. We know that University of Reading is a high reputation university, but except that, beyond that, what are the extracurricular activities? How is the student life in Reading?
So Reading has the advantage in that we're very, very close to London, but not in London. So you can get into London in about 25 minutes by train. So that's always a big advantage for our students. But also with the university itself, we're a big campus university. So that means that everything really is in one place for those students. It's a big Parkland campus. We have a big lake on campus, we have a botanical gardens, we have a vegetable garden that students can get involved in, a lot of green open space. And I think that really plays into the student experience at Reading. So our students spend a lot of time on that campus getting really involved in student life, and they're able to feel safe and supported within that campus environment. And we have lots of kind of clubs that they can join, and we have a big sports park and a lot of playing fields all on campus that students can get involved with, whether for fun or they want to play competitively. So I think that's a lot of the student vibe at Reading. It is all one community, and we have lots of international students from all over the world. I think we've had students from 180 different countries over our time. So generally, there'll always be somebody around that you're able to talk to.
Well, actually, it's perfect. So they can have a quite safe life, almost in London, but not in in London. They don't have to rush everywhere. So they are going to be living in the campus, making friends there, and they're going to be living there. So probably the living is also a little bit more affordable compared to central London. But they can still be at the heart of London in 25 minutes by train.
Exactly, yes. I always like going to London when I can, and it's really quick and easy to do so. We've been linked up to the London Tube network recently as well. We have a line called the Elizabeth line that goes into central London. Hopefully at some point when it's fully finished, we'll go all the way through to East London as well. So really convenient for them.
Well, perfect, actually. That's really nice to hear. But actually, Medina, so you have 3 universities in a small city like Canterbury. So how it's like to be a student, full of students, being a student in a city full of students?
So, if I understand you correctly, so our university has 3 campuses. First is in Canterbury, second is in Medway, and also Tunbridge Wells. So, the main campus is in Canterbury, so we have a lot. So our campus is very big, and Canterbury itself is very amazing and fascinating town, and this well known as Garden of England. So a lot of amazing and historical places are there. First, Christ Church, like the part of UNESCO, and a lot of good places, and like 20 hours from beaches. So students can also visit a lot of cities around. So
actually, it's really perfect. So they'll be always hanging out with the other students from the different universities, since like it's a small city, but they'll always be making friends from like other branches, other universities. That's perfect.
Yeah, that's good, honestly, because students, international students who comes to the UK and who have the international educational experience are also well known as people with a good networking in the future, because they have a lot of students around the world, and that's good, and this works for their future.
Perfect. Also, like, what are the most popular courses that you offer? Because like students are keep asking about that too.
So Canterbury Christ Church is very famous with its business school, also engineering school, and I can highlight our medicine courses.
Perfect. So do you offer foundation courses for the medicine?
Can you please repeat something?
Do you offer foundation courses for the medicine faculty?
For the international students, we do not offer the medicine itself, but we can offer you programs that's very close to the medicine. But students who already finished their schools in the UK, so international students, for example, boarding schools, they can be accepted.
Okay, perfect, actually, because we have many international schools in Turkey as well. They are getting like the A-level diplomas or like the French baccalaureate. Perfect. So Frankie, we know about like the business school part, but like what are the most popular courses of Reading?
So Reading has a number of courses it's particularly well known for. Of course, you mentioned the business school, and Henley is fantastic, particularly for real estate and planning and kind of marketing courses. But we also have a wide range of other courses available at Reading that I think your students would be interested in. And our agriculture department, for one, we're in kind of the top 5 in the UK for agriculture. And we have a very big agriculture department. And we actually have a number of different farms that are owned by the university. So we have the Dairy Research Centre, Crop Research.
Because
Yeah,
I had
great.
my internship in agricultural field, so
Oh, right.
and also like my dad is also like an agriculture engineering, so my whole life was in this field. So I'm actually quite interested in. I didn't know that.
Yeah, not many students do actually, and it's stuff that our students can really get involved in. So we have the Crop Research Centre if that's what they're interested in. We have a huge Dairy Research Centre. I cycled past that recently, and I've never seen so many cows in one place. But yeah, it's all really easily reachable for the students, and it means they can get some real practical and fieldwork type experience as part of it. Our meteorology department is fantastic as well. So for kind of physics of the environment and climate sciences, atmospheric sciences, anything like that, the students are interested in. If they have a physics or mathematical background, they might be interested in that. And our construction management and surveying department as well. They've been around for a very long time. Now, one of the original
schools. Like the law department probably, because like I'm hearing the University of Reading's law faculty from many students, and actually we have many students who has applied to your law faculty.
Oh, yeah. So the law department, again, it's one of the kind of original departments of the university. And the law department has the advantage as well of being in a building called Foxhill House. So the Reading campus was originally a country estate that belonged to a member of English nobility. And Foxhill House was the manor house. So it's this really beautiful historic building. It's right on the lake. The students have their own really old historic law library in there. So it's a wonderful place for the students to study.
Actually, it's perfect. So, well, probably we're going to have many pictures from our students who has enrolled to the University of Reading. By the way, do you offer any sort of scholarships, Frankie?
We have a number of different scholarships available, actually. For undergraduate scholarships for this year, we have our Vice-Chancellor Excellence Scholarships. So these are automatically given to the 50 best international students once they've accepted their offer. And there were £4,000 each, which is applied to each year. And for master's scholarships, we have loads of different scholarships that students can apply for. So we have the General International Scholarship that students apply for once they've made an application for a place. That's also worth £4,000. And then in addition, we do have a number of different subject scholarships that students can apply for, which are also worth £4,000. So you can potentially get both of them and combine them together cumulatively and have an £8,000 scholarship. So it's a really good opportunity.
Wow. Is it possible to combine those scholarships?
It is, yes. So yeah, a really great opportunity for those students that are interested in. If they're really strong academically, then they could potentially be awarded both scholarships.
Perfect. Actually, I'm definitely going to let my students know about that. Well, Medina, so Canterbury Christchurch University is offering any sort of scholarships for like academic excellence students or the students coming from like the budget-sensitive countries?
Yes, this year for September 2021, we're offering the scholarships for the foundation students. They will be enrolled to our university directly, and our scholarships is around up to £3,000, and 1 year of education will cost to our students just £9,960 per just for 1 year. And also we offer the offer for postgraduate students. It is up to £2,000 for the academic excellence. Yes, we do have the scholarships for this year.
Perfect. So what is the minimum requirement for getting that academic excellence scholarship?
In our university, it's minimum GPA needs to be 2.2, and English, it's around IELTS 6.0 with minimum 5.5 in each division.
Okay.
So in each point, yes. So in reading, listening, speaking, and writing. For the postgraduate students is again 2.2 GPA and also 6.5 IELTS. So English note needs to be a bit higher.
Of course. Well, yeah, I can understand that. But actually, like after announcing that post-study work permit thing, UK has become like the top destination for special Turkish students. So, of course, the students would like to find a job and to stay in the country after their graduation. So that's why I would like to ask Frankie, like, how are you supporting your students as like career service or a counseling service or like careers fair? So how do you support your students to find a job after their graduation, and like what is the graduation employability rate?
Sure, no problem. So all of our students are in work or further study. Well, not all, so nearly all, 94% of our students, so close to, are in work or further study within 6 months of graduation, which is a really great.
Perfect, actually. So like right after their graduation, they're just getting job offers.
Precisely, yes. So we try and support our students in the best way that we can to try and help them to find placements potentially while they're studying, and also to help them with looking for work after they graduate. So our careers department are very proactive. Students can book one-to-one appointments with them as often as they would like to. They put careers fairs on for those students as well. And I know that Henley Business School also puts on networking events with business professionals for their students to try and put them in front of those potential future employers. We do also have a system called campus jobs for students that are studying with us, with the idea being that if there is a job on campus that a student could be doing, then we'd much rather a student be doing it.
Exactly. Actually, the students rather to do that as well, because they don't want to go out to the campus and find a job in somewhere else. They would definitely prefer to be part-time working in their campus. So are we announcing the part-time jobs available in the campus, in a student union or somewhere?
So we have a website. So that's the Campus Job website, which is a bit like a big online job board. So students can look through and see what's available. And these opportunities are really varied as well. So some students may choose to just work in one of the cafes or a library or a bar, or more traditional type of work that you'd expect. But also some students get involved in calling campaigns, speaking to other potential students. They might try and do some fundraising for the university. Some students help with our marketing campaigns. Some help with research projects. So they can actually get some really valuable work experience in more of an academic setting or a business type setting, to really help them to put that on their CV. So they've got that UK work experience for the future.
Perfect. Yes, actually, that is really important, because in order to be able to find a good job, good position, you need to have that experience while you're a student. So since you are supporting your students in every way, that's actually quite amazing. Well, Medina, how do you support your students to be able to find a job after their graduation? And also, like, I would like to ask, are we supporting your students to find a part-time job during their studies?
So actually, I just want to highlight that our university, Canterbury Christchurch University, is in top 10 among UK universities by employment rate. So our students employed in, like, 96% students employed in 3 to 6 months after the graduation. So we are supporting, we have a very strong career center who supports our students up to 3 years after the graduation. So we have a strong career center who works directly with the students, who supports them, who finds them the work opportunities. And also we have a career fairs during the education. And also our career center invites professional people in different spheres in order to increase the networking between the professionals and between the students. And part-time job, students are allowed to work part-time job in the UK, and sometimes career center helps to find some internships, some part-time work to our students.
I definitely wanted to ask, do you offer any sort of like work placement courses? Because this is also quite important.
So yes, we also have the page in our website where our university made a list of vacancies here, and our students may apply to this work.
Perfect. Well, actually, like, some universities are offering like 2 years master degrees. The 1 year is just a taught degree part, and the second year is the work placement part. Do you offer something like that?
Depends of the program. So we do have the programs that do not offer internships and work experience here, and we some of the postgraduate programs have this opportunity too. It depends of the program again.
Okay, sure. Yeah, of course. Frankie, do you offer some sort of like work placement courses?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Frankie, your turn.
I was just going to say, mainly at undergraduate level, actually. So I know particularly in the business school at undergraduate level, all of the courses have the option to do a work placement year as part of them. And we do also have our Flying Start program, which is in collaboration with PwC for accounting at undergraduate. And students do a number of different paid work placements at PwC as part of that program. And then if they've done well in their placements, there's a chance they might actually be offered a job at PwC at the end of it. So that's always particularly popular.
Actually, that is extremely important, like getting a work placement in a company, and afterwards, if they like how you work, they can just make you a job offer.
Potentially, yes. That's what we always hope with that particular program, because they've spent so much time working in PwC at that point, and they are interviewed by PwC prior to joining the program. So it's almost like a bit of an apprenticeship alongside their accounting qualifications and degree. So that's always, really, really popular. But a lot of our other programs also offer placement opportunities, particularly at undergraduate level.
Well, perfect. Well, actually, like after talking about our courses, our scholarships and everything, I would like to ask you one of the most popular questions of the year. Medina, how did you manage that COVID-19 process, and like what is your anticipation about like September 2021? Do you think that the students going to start face-to-face or online or blended? And like how did you manage the COVID-19 process, and how did you support your students?
So yes, this is a quite widespread question these days, and I can share with my experience last year for September 2020. International students who come to our campus had an experience to sit in quarantine for 10 days or 2 weeks, and you know that. What I found that our students supported each other. So the rest of students who came earlier to the UK helped to the rest of the students, for example, with the delivery, food delivery, and like grocery stores. But they had a chance to help to each other. This first of all. And yes, from of March, we started our offline education in the campus. We included all the like one-way direction, all the sanitizers, so everything that needs to be included to protect our students from the COVID-19, and of course, wearing of masks. Everything is students are doing to protect themselves.
Well, yeah, of course. So what are your anticipation for September 2021? So do you think that it'll be face-to-face or blended?
So in our university, it's a face-to-face.
Right now, are you teaching face-to-face or are you planning? Okay.
No, we already had the campus live.
Okay, perfect. Actually, it's good to hear, because like almost all the universities were teaching or blended or online. So it's surprising to hear that you have already started face-to-face. So probably not probably. So 100% you are going to be teaching face-to-face in September as well.
Yes, I believe that. If ever something will not be changed, I believe that we will 100% offline.
Well, hopefully. So Frankie, so how did you manage the COVID-19 process, and like how did you support your students during this, and also like what is your anticipation for September 2021?
So we tried to be as flexible as we could be throughout this year to meet the needs of all of our students. So when we started in the autumn semesters, the autumn term, we gave students the option as to whether or not they wanted to be on campus and have some face-to-face learning, or if it was too difficult for them to get to us. So, for example, if there were travel restrictions or they were having other difficulties related to the pandemic, then we allowed those students to start online with the idea that they'd be able to transition to being on campus as soon as they were able to reach us. Of course, in January, everything changed in the UK and we had to close all of the campuses. So all of our students have been online since then, and we're hoping to start phasing them back to campus from May the 17th, when the next level of restrictions starts to lift. I think it's very difficult to say what will happen in the autumn, just because it's been so quickly changing. But what I can say is we've done everything this year. We've obviously had blended learning for students. We've had online learning only for students, and we're really well equipped now to teach students both ways. So I think we'll hopefully be able to offer whatever is the most convenient to students going into the autumn. So we appreciate that the global situation is quite different in different places, and not everyone is at the same point. So we want to make it as easy as possible for students to be able to study with us no matter what their circumstances.
Well, yeah, exactly. So we wish our students to start their classes like face to face, but even though it's online, many of my students have had that experience because, well, they have actually flight to the UK, they have settled, and then some of them have started their online courses, some of them started blended. But actually, even though it's online, the quality of education actually never changes in a UK university. I have definitely experienced that. Like, all my students were extremely happy with their classes. They were thinking, yeah, nothing actually has changed. And actually, some of them are still thinking to study their next year online if possible, because like they were always coming to the Turkey and then going back to the UK, and like they were quite flexible about the classes and their homeworks. So actually, it's pretty good that we have had that experience. And now we know that the student can adapt to any sort of condition. Actually, we have a question. One of our students has asked, for this year, you can still apply to the universities, by the way. The deadline is not passed. And also, like, your GPA is 3.45, which is great. You can definitely get an academic excellence. I cannot say definitely, but high probably you can get an academic excellence scholarship. And about the tuition fees, like, actually it changes a lot according to the university, but it starts from 8,000 up to like 28,000 pounds, I would say. Definitely, like, visit all the booths and ask to the universities. This is going to be the best way to do this. So finally, our time's like almost up. Finally, I would like to ask my last question. Like, do you have any message to your students, Frankie?
Oh, I'm trying to think what I'd say now. Just to, as you say, make sure you have a look around the different booths. All universities are different, and we all have very different offerings. We'll all offer different courses, and even the courses that we do offer that sound the same often aren't the same. So it's always worth having a look. Kind of, for example, if you're interested in agriculture, the agriculture offering at all the universities that offer agriculture will actually probably be quite different, depending on which university you're interested in applying to, kind of, well, what the modules are that you're interested in studying, what your particular research interest is. So do go and talk to as many universities as you can today. And also come and say hello to us. So I'm on the booth today with my colleagues at Henley Business School, but you can come and talk to us either about business programs or non-related business programs. So yes, please go and do lots and lots of research and speak to lots of universities, and then you can always get in touch with us afterwards once you've had a good look around.
Thank you, Frankie. That was really nice. Medina, do you have any message to your students?
Yes, of course. And adding some words to Frankie's speech, I just want to wish luck to all of the students who wants to join for the international education and want to study abroad. I wish all of you luck. I know how it's hard to start education abroad. So, and also, I really wish you to have like the maximum scholarships in your excellence, and wish all of you luck. And guys, those who wants to start education this year in September intake, do not wait until you will get your final diplomas. You may submit your documents with the rest of the documents and like book a place for yourself.
Well, definitely. I definitely agree to that. Like, they shouldn't be waiting for their graduation, getting their IELTS results. Like, they should be applying to the universities with the transcript, personal statements, CV, and rate references. And then they would get their conditional offer. And right after their graduation, right after getting the IELTS test, like English test results, they can just convert that to unconditional, and then they can start studying in September.
Yes, and some university offers the internal English tests, for example, university. Yes, so do not wait until the IELTS. Like, book a place, just book a place for yourself for now. Start it now.
Exactly. Well, thanks a lot for being here today. I really enjoyed this conversation. I hope my students also enjoyed it. So thanks a lot, and I will see you guys in your booth.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you, everybody.